let's do the last topic, right? Our favorite ball. No, just kidding. You're not your favorite. My favorite ball brother, Lonzo Ball. Off season.
That's your favorite ball brother?
No, more. My favorite is Leangelo, bro. Still from China.
Yeah, I heard all three Ball brothers are teaming up in the Drew League this summer.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch every game or whatever.
Yeah, I'll watch every. I'll watch.
I can watch it.
All right, let's get Lonzo Ball season. All right. So we already said. I think did we talk about this in the other podcast where you said the Clippers are interested in him, and who else? Knicks, right? We say Knicks.
Knicks, Bulls. A lot of teams that need a point guard are interested.
Yeah, very interested in Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo has, put a statement out there saying he wants to be traded. He does not want to be in New Orleans. So what do you think is going to happen? All right, but we talked about this a little bit. A lot of teams are offering him close to a max, right? Like 20 mil.
About 20 mil. 20.
Yeah, about 20 mil.
That's his price range right now.
Yeah, his price range. Let me see. We have the article here. Right? I'm post the article here, or you want to just?
Yeah. Before we, even react to the article, what's your value on Lonzo Ball right now?
I feel like, for me,
how good do you think Lonzo is?
I feel like Lonzo's actually becoming a very, very good point guard, in my opinion. He really excelled at passing. This guy was crazy. He was able to drop dimes, and when he was in the Lakers, we talked about this, not on podcast, but when he was first drafted, everyone was calling him a bust already. Because, he didn't have the confidence in himself to, do what he was doing in college, right? Slashing, taking shots. But we really see how he evolved as a player in New Orleans. And, he was able to start becoming a sharpshooter, right? This guy started pulling up threes really nicely, fixed his form, right? And I feel like everything that happened from the Lakers to New Orleans, this is a new player we're experiencing, right? He still has the great passing ability, but now you add on his shooting, right? He really had great playmaking as well. But allowing him to be a spot-up shooter, I feel like this it's not forcing him, but he stepped into that role and accomplished, hey, I can do this along with anything else, right? But for Lonzo, I want to see him go to a team where he's not on a bench. I want to see Lonzo become a starter on one of these teams. I want him to be out on the floor for 38 minutes, right? Running the floor, dictating moves, dictating plays. I want him to become the playmaker. You know what I'm talking about? I want him to have his calls. But I feel like when he's in charge, he can show he can lead. He led UCLA to the NCAA second place, I think, right? But what about you? What do you think?
I really like Lonzo. Before I give my opinion, I'm just curious. What do you think? If you're a team that's pursuing Lonzo, how much money are you offering him? How much do you think he's worth right now? If you're giving per year.
For me, I agree with the team valuation, 20 mil, 20, 25 mil. That's my
20 mil for 4 years or so.
Yeah, something like that.
So I agree with this too. This is exactly why I agree. I feel like he could even get 25, maybe close to 30. Yeah. And it's not exactly what he's done so far. I feel like he's proven that he wants to improve. Exactly. And if you look at his numbers, I feel like it's being because people, how people just call him a bust, mostly because of his dad. Dude, it's really because of his dad though. His dad But people take away from how much Lonzo has been improving. If you look at his rookie season, he shot 45% from the free throw. Last season, he shot 78% on average.
That's crazy. That is actually insane.
This is what Ben Simmons needs to do.
Exactly.
But he doesn't want to do it. But you see Lonzo, he changed his whole shooting form just to improve. Exactly. And this is why I feel like Lonzo is worth this big money, not because of what he's doing right now, but I feel like the progression that he's making, even from three, we've said, a lot of people say oh, he can't shoot. There were so many memes about him not being able to shoot. Yeah. And, it's valid, right? Because last season, his rookie year, he shot 30% from three, which is the average on 6 attempts, which is, you're just stalling the offense at that point. But these past 2 years, he shot
37.
37.5 and 37.8, 38%, which is
38%.
above league average
Exactly.
on 8 shots at that, 8 3-point shots a game. And
Yeah.
he's not even playing to the play style he wants because Stan Van Gundy is not even like I feel like the Pelicans aren't even giving him the keys. Like that's why they've mentioned that they're not willing to offer or match any offer sheet for Lonzo Ball if it's too high. I feel like the Pelicans don't even believe in him.
Yeah, that's why I said like, dude, the Pelicans, like, I don't know, man. Like the use, like as fans, we can see how Lonzo evolved as a player. Like, just the numbers even already prove it. But as you can see, his confidence in his play style. Like, yes, he only got 3 points. Like he averaged 3 points more, but everything else became more of like he's fitting into a role. He showed that he wants to grow. He wants to evolve as a player, especially only in like 2 years after the Lakers is phenomenal, right? Having a 30% jump boost from the free throw is insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said I agree with you. Like I would easily pay 25 million for Lonzo. Like he seems to be like not seem he is coachable. He wants to improve. He's hungry. He wants to have a chip. Like you can tell. Like he doesn't want to be in New Orleans. He wants to be a contending team. And like I said, I feel like for me personally, yeah, he's worth it, dude. He's worth it, 100%.
I really like his maturity level too, because like it depends like player progression. It really depends on like how mature the players are. You know, even in the first couple of years with the Lakers, where he was kind of struggling, you know, it was really Luke Walton's fault. Like he would just take him out all the time.
That's true. That's true.
But if you ask Lonzo Ball, he's never spoke ill of Luke Walton. He always kept it professional.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Luke Walton's the one who's like saying shit.
So, yeah, about LeVar Ball and some shit, right?
Yeah, so you know, Lonzo, he's a really good locker room guy. Even if you know he doesn't meet your expectation, he's still going to be a really good teammate. No, like a lot of teammates rave about how like Lonzo Ball's a good teammate. Like Zion, always talk about how Lonzo helps him out all the time. So
yeah, like I said, I feel like Lonzo just it makes everyone better. Like he's a great team leader. He's really proven himself. Right, like he's on that superstar tandem level. Like he's gonna get there. Like it's not if he is going to get there.
Well, I don't know about superstar, but I think he will be an all-star maybe a couple years. I don't know about superstar. Like, I don't know if he'll be as good as Lillard and Luka. I'm not sure about that yet. Maybe not ever. I'm a Lonzo fan too. You know, I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I don't know about that. But I feel like he's the reason why he's so valuable to me is because he does everything that nobody wants to do. Similar to Draymond in the sense where, you know, he makes all the plays, he uses all his energy on things that are not on a box score, deflections, getting loose balls.
Yeah, clamps, defense,
He keeps the offense pushing. He's effective offensively without taking shots from other people. And that's the main thing. We're going to transition into the Lakers pursuing Lonzo Ball. And the main piece is Dennis Schroeder. And the reason why I've mentioned why I like Lonzo so much because he doesn't take shots away from other players is that when you watch the Laker games, you can see Dennis Schroeder has been forcing shots. Like,
dude, this guy
there's this idea of like, oh, the more points you score, the more. I think Skip and Shannon talked about this, where they're like, oh, you score more points, right? So everyone thinks you're worth more money. So Dennis Schroeder has been jacking up shots because he wants to be that 25-point scorer, but he just isn't. And when he tries to be that, he shoots 3 for 15, 3 for 17.
Exactly.
So I feel like Dennis Schroeder's role is the best as a six-man, like what you see in OKC.
Yeah.
But as soon as he walked into the Lakers locker room, he was like, nah, I want to be a starter.
Yeah.
Nah, I want to be the big three. So I just don't like Dennis Schroeder's role in the Lakers, but I feel like Lonzo will fit a lot better because he's not taking shots away from Davis and LeBron. Exactly. If you have Davis and LeBron, you want most of the shots going to them. You don't want Dennis Schroeder averaging 20 on terrible efficiency.
Exactly. And I'm not even just to LeBron or AD, like even to KCP or like the shooters on the wings, I feel like Dennis Schroeder would rather take the shot than give it up. You know, we've seen last year where Rondo does the like kind of play style of Lonzo. He takes shots when it's needed. He doesn't like force shots. He gives shots up to other teammates, and I feel like that's what really made the Lakers as a championship team, right? He took pressure off LeBron as a leader, as a floor general, and I feel like Lonzo can live into that role because we said right before, like, yeah, maybe in the first 2 years he wasn't really like the best, player in the Lakers team, but I feel like since he has evolved, like I said, this is a new player I'm looking at. This is a new player, evolved, hungry, and wants to give it his all. He said he wants to be in the Lakers. Give him an opportunity, give him a chance, give him 20-25 mil. I feel like it's gonna be worth it, right? I definitely feel like it's gonna be worth it. I'm pretty sure you said the same thing, right? Like, most definitely be helping the Lakers to win a chip. And yeah, most definitely. Let me see. Anything else?
I like his fit on the Laker a lot because LeBron needs shooters around him. Now Lonzo has developed into an above average shooter.
Yeah, every time you say shooter, I just remember Kuzma shooting percentage.
Oh my god. Okay, Kuzma gotta go to
17%.
Don't Kuzma and Lonzo have beef?
Yeah,
Kuzma can go, bro. Hey, you take Kuzma out the room, bro. You can go.
Dude, I don't know.
It would have to be some type of sign and trade. So let's just look at some of these sign and trades for Lonzo Ball if the Lakers were to acquire him.
Yeah.
Now the Lakers, let's see. The Lakers would get Lonzo Ball in this situation. The Pelicans would receive Dennis Schroeder and the 22nd pick, first round pick for this year. So what's your reaction to that?
I would take it, in my opinion. Because I feel like Lakers, like you said, it's a win now condition. We want to win now. The 22nd overall pick isn't gonna who are we gonna get from the 22nd overall pick? Is this who are we gonna get? Like, I don't know. Exactly. Like we're gonna draft some overseas guy that just beat us in the fucking dude. Oh my god.
I don't think we even get Sharif Cooper. I think he's projected like 18 or something.
Oh my god. But it goes back to the point, like, we're just adding a cherry on top for the New Orleans. But like, hey, we'll give you Dennis Schroeder and the 22nd overall pick for Lonzo. We want Lonzo back.
But if you're the Pelicans, would you want this package? I mean, if you're the Pelicans, to be honest, though, if you're not doing this trade, or if you're not trading Lonzo, you're just gonna lose him.
Exactly, because other teams are offering money as well.
Or you can match the contract.
But didn't he already say that they're not going to do that?
But they're not going to match it. So, but if they don't match it, then they'll just have because I think they're below the salary cap. So they're not in a situation with the Lakers where it's like, okay, if we lose someone, then we just lose him. Like, they have money to bring in someone else. So Shooter is gonna take up. It depends how much you sign Shooter for.
Yeah. People are saying that he's not going to get 100, 120. They're saying they might get like a little bit less than that. But
if you're the Lakers and you do this deal, it's like, fuck it. Shooter for that because Pelicans gonna deal with it anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But then Lonzo and Shooter's contract will probably have to match.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only how a sign trade will work.
Let me check Pelicans. If the Pelicans are below salary cap, then I believe you can just sign Shooter to more than Lonzo and it will be fine. Let me see.
Then Zion wanted to leave New Orleans either as well?
Oh yeah, there's rumors about that. He said he really likes Madison Square Garden. Dude, what if New York gets Lonzo and Zion?
Oh my! Who has to give Julius Randle for sure? There's no one keeping Julius Randle.
I mean, New York has a lot of cap space, so if Zion leaves in free agency, probably 2 years.
Yeah.
And then they somehow pull Lonzo, then.
Cade, Julius, Lonzo, Zion. Shit.
You said who? You said Cade?
Yeah, Cade. Oh, we can't get Cade.
Yeah, you can't get Cade. Yeah.
Hey, trade for Cade, dude. Actually, I don't think we need Cade. I feel like Lonzo.
Next podcast, we're definitely talk about some Cade Cunningham trades because there's so many like rumors, and there's so many good like people are offering up Brandon Ingram.
Ooh.
To get Cade
Cunningham. I forgot about Brandon Ingram in the New Orleans, dude.
There's like mock drafts of people saying they're gonna give up Shea and the 6th pick, which is crazy. Like for an rookie.
Okay,
so we're gonna react to some of that, man.
It goes back to what you. Okay, yeah, but it goes back to what you said, right? That these picks are basically bust, But I don't think anyone. I mean, we'll see. Like, these players, they haven't proven yet. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they haven't proven.
Like, it could be LeBron, he could be Zion, but he can also be Anthony Bennett.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
so we'll see. Let's just move on to the next sign and trade for the Lakers.
Next one.
So the next one, as a Laker fan, I don't
Oh,
know.
dang it, dude! I'm taking this one. I'm taking this one.
You're taking this one as a Laker fan?
Yeah.
Your boy THT's gone though.
Yeah, yo, give him Kuzma, bro. Get away Kuzma, bro. I swear to God, bro. Give away Kuzma. Kuzma brings out Lakers. That's it. I'm gonna say it.
If we can do a sign and trade and we can include Kuzma for Lonzo Ball, I'm all for it.
Exactly. That's what I like.
THT, I really like him, but there's also another problem with resigning THT and Caruso this year. There's two types of salary cap, right? There's the regular one, and then there's the luxury one where you can go above if you resign. But there's also a limit to that, and I think the Lakers are really close to that. So we can't really re-sign Horton Tucker and Caruso to big contracts.
That's true.
That's just our cap. So, I mean, you're taking this if you're the Lakers. What if you're the Pelicans? Would you take this?
If I was the Pelicans, I'm not taking this shit.
I mean, but you might just lose Lonzo Ball anyways.
Dude, I would rather take the first. I would rather try and get shooter. Like THT, we already know. To me, he's like another like top 3 pick in the round in the draft pick. Like he hasn't proven. Like he's played one great game, but he hasn't really proven himself, in my opinion. Right? Like we haven't seen him take on a leadership role, or when the team needs someone to to get a bucket. We've seen this guy go off on a team where they're already up by 20. It's really nothing crazy. But for the Pelicans, THT and Kuzma 22nd overall pick is all right in my opinion. But I don't know. I feel like THT is, like I said, you already kind of know. I like THT a lot. I know, I don't know his potential, but I see this kid has great potential to become an all-star, right? But the Lakers is not it for him. I mean, trading him could be better for him as well, along with Kuzma, because we just hate Kuzma. But yeah, I mean, this is a good trade for Lakers fan. For us, I'm fucking taking this. Give Kuzma and THT.
I think this is pretty solid for the Pelicans, to be honest. I mean, because Kuzma, we've seen Kuzma be kind of good when he's
where's my cap, man? God damn, bro. Where's my cap?
Look. Kuzma averaged 18 points per game on a shitty team. That's what I mean. Yeah. So the Pelicans are somewhat shitty, right? They're not a playoff team. They're not as bad as the Lakers were a couple years ago. So I think Kuzma's game can. I mean, he's a shooter,
Just imagine New Orleans Pelicans are bro, we're not stupid. Imagine the Lakers trying to sell them Kuzma. Kuzma will average 18 points on your team. He's a shooter, right? He has a shooting team.
Would you rather take this package or the shooter one? Because the shooter doesn't match Ingram and Zion's timeline. Shooter's already 30. Shooter is gonna benefit to a team that's already in contention because he's not a potential guy. Kuzma, he's a fake potential guy.
Dude, we gotta stop, bro. This is the chicken in the
but you get THT, who could be that guy though.
That's true.
And if he is that guy, and then you're making a new big three with Zion and Ingram, so that's more appealing to me than a shooter who's gonna take shots from Zion, take shots from Ingram, and at the same time he's not gonna develop into the next superstar, in my opinion.
Quick question: what happens to Schroeder in this trade, then?
He will stay on the Lakers. Well, Lakers. If I was the Lakers, I'd try to move him again. But
wait, so so how are we gonna get Lonzo? Just trade him? How's the salary?
It's a sign and trade. So Lonzo would have to sign with the Pelicans. He would have to agree with this first, and then he would have to sign with the Pelicans. Then the Lakers would have to sign.
Kuzma, it's $10 million each, right?
No, Kuzma's already signed. They have to re-sign THT, probably to match whatever Lonzo's making.
Exactly.
Let's say Lonzo's making 23 mil, and Kuzma, I think next year is making 13, if I'm not mistaken.
It's 10 mil THT.
That means he would have to make around 10 mil. So Lakers would re-sign him for 10 mil, and then they would make that deal happen. That's how it would work.
Okay, and then we'll just have to re-sign shooters to 100 fucking mil like that.
and trade him. So if I was a Laker fan, I would much rather trade Shooter.
So you would take this trade and then sign and trade Shooter as well. Is that what you're saying?
I would take the Shooter trade.
You would take the Shooter trade?
Because I feel like as much as we make fun of Kuzma, Tucker isn't as good like right now, as of right now. But I feel like their games fit better with Lonzo, where Shooter is also another point guard. Like we don't need another point guard. I feel like we have Lonzo and then have LeBron run on the side. He'll help LeBron because LeBron's getting old. So Lonzo can LeBron can just kind of, it's a lot more tiring being the point guard and controlling the pace.
Exactly.
And I feel like Schroeder's pacing is not as, he's more of a score first off the bench guy in my opinion. He's not really like, oh, I'm a Chris Paul, let me control the pace, let me get my teammates involved. I feel like Schroeder's that's not just his ideal role. That's why I would want, just we don't need Schroeder as much as, we don't need Kuzma either, but I feel like Kuzma might benefit more, and we could keep Tucker as well. So
that's true. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if we keep this, if we do a second trade, right, the Lonzo for Kuzma and THT is we still have shooters to deal with. Like, are we gonna get another star for Shooter? In my opinion, that's why I said I kind of like the first trade a lot. I mean, I hate Kuzma, but it's the same thing. The first trade makes more sense, right? We keep THT.
Hey man, Kuzma said he's gonna be a 25-point per game scorer soon.
Dude, give me all the caps in the goddamn world
in the Israel League.
All right, let's go. Let's see the next one. Is there one more? Trade? There's one more trade.
Okay. There's this last one. It's a 3-team trade.
What the?
I feel like the 3-team trades, they usually make more sense because 2-team trades, sometimes the other team just getting ripped off. But 3-team trades, more people can win, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at this, so this is gonna be a raw reaction. The Lakers will receive Lonzo. Why would the Pelicans want Kawhi?
Exactly.
And then the Raptors. We're skipping.
What the?
The Raptors get Schroeder, Kuzma, NAW, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and the 10th pick and the 22nd. So if you're the Raptors, you're just
winning.
You get Nickeil and the 10th pick.
Yeah, because they're already losing Lowry, right? They're getting all this for free, basically. Yeah, Shooter for free, Kuzma.
Hey man, if you ask me, man, the Raptors just gonna say fuck you guys and go get Ben Simmons, man.
Hey, that's facts. All right, but I feel like that's
There ain't much to say about this, bro. This is just awful, man. What the fuck? Who, bro?
I can't believe they actually made a paragraph. They made a paragraph to just explain how great this trade. This trade is amazing.
You telling me there was a team of people? What website is this? There's a team of people at Fanside.
Link show life.
That sat together hey, let's post this little paragraph. Let's take a time to write. Okay, I don't know. 3
paragraphs or five paragraphs. Saying, oh yeah, Lowry would help Zion. Raptors would get Schroeder, Kuzma, NAW, and Siaka. I mean, bro, imagine this last trade goes through. Oh, I'm gonna call it right now. I was kidding. That's crazy. All right, but
the main problem with that trade is that since it's a sign-in trade, Kyle Lowry would have to agree to go to the Pelicans.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he want to go to the Pelicans or does he want to compete for a ring? Now, I could see a world where Kyle Lowry's let me be the new Chris Paul. How Chris Paul helped Devin Booker and Ayton develop. Yeah. Maybe he's okay, Pelicans have all this young talent, Zion, Ingram. They have other young pieces like Josh Hart, Jackson Hayes. Maybe I can help these young guys play like veterans, and I could be the veteran of this team. Maybe you'll agree to something like that if the Pelicans want to give him a bag. But yeah, I don't really like that trade.
Yeah, I don't know. This last trade is we should just skip this trade, man.
Yeah. All right. Before we get out of here, the last topic, Team USA.
Oh my. Okay.
I had to play the fucking Argentina just to win a game. But we finally did it. We finally won one game.
Dude,
it was a dominant game. Kevin Durant finally showed up. I was watching the game. I believe you watched like some of the game, right? You watched like the first half or so.
yeah, first half.
And then I watched almost the whole game. I feel like the main difference between this game and the previous two games was the effort level. I feel like, Team USA were just probably getting a lot of criticism, and they played a lot better defense. They were closing out on shots a lot better. The first two games, we're just kind of letting them shoot from wherever. Joe Ingles was just killing us. Patty Mills, I've never seen.
Oh my God, Joe Ingles.
They look amazing. So, it was just mostly the defensive end. And then I feel like Team USA was putting in a lot of the players from the select team, the young players like Keldon Johnson, Darius Garland. And, they're just more hungry. They want to prove themselves. So they're playing a lot harder. And that's why we got the dub.
Wait, do these games count at all or not?
Nah, I think the first game that counts is in August, or is it the 26th, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, these are just like practice games. They're in Las Vegas.
Okay, all right, bet. All right, so I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Jimmy Haraway new video?
What Jimmy Haraway?
So basically, he showed the stats, right? In all of the Team USA Olympics, we have won 138 times, and we've only lost 5 times.
Oh yeah, and then 2
Two L's.
Yeah, and we lost in this. Actually, this year's loss was our first exhibition loss ever.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, bro.
So, yeah, I don't know, bro. Hopefully, we could win. We also got some more bad news to make matters even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Bradley Beal is in COVID protocol, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So, yeah, with Bradley Beal gone, we're losing a lot of offense. At least we're going to get Booker. Hopefully, Bradley Beal's okay. But, if you were to replace Bradley Beal, who are you hitting up first?
You mean from the reserve or from like a new player?
Anyone, because like they said they're working to get anyone to replace Bradley Beal.
Let's be realistic here, right? Like
LeBron, okay, no LeBron.
Yeah, no LeBron.
Curry, but no Curry. Kawhi is a 9-month ACL tear.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets better.
I was thinking potentially maybe Paul George. I don't know if he wants to play.
Exactly. That's exactly because he has got great defense. And
exactly. I was considering Paul George. I don't know who you wanted, but I was like Paul George or I don't know if Kyrie wanted to play. We have Kyrie. Yeah, my first instinct was okay. We need someone. We need defense. We need kind of a playmaker on this team. I was thinking about Paul George. Was like my first reaction. Like, okay, Paul George would be pretty solid to help out the offensive and defensive side. He's been a great player overall in my opinion. And besides the
he's vaccinated P now, so he's all good.
All right, but yeah, that was my pick. Paul George. What about you?
I think Paul George is probably the best player to put on Team USA.
And realistically, that we can get, right?
Realistically, but I feel like I agree with you. I would hit up Paul George first, but even if we don't get Paul George, there's still a lot of holes that I see with this team. For example, we don't have a lot of playmaking at the point guard position. And I feel like, Chris Paul originally said he'll play, and then he declined it because he had like injury issues and he's kind of old. But now he looks like he's not injured anymore. So having Chris Paul, we have enough scoring, so we just need someone to direct. And Chris Paul could be that guy. Another player, I think I mentioned in the podcast, I just really want to see Zion dominate all these fucking Brazilians, Argentinians, Chinese people. Like, everyone, bro. Like, I wish Zion could be there. And then my last pick, I feel like we could just use a center. So Karl Anthony Towns would be amazing. I don't even know if he wants to play, but if he does, or even DeAndre Ayton, just someone to get rebounds or something,
Yeah.
Because we only have Bam and Kevin Love. And Kevin Love, I don't even want to talk about
Kevin Wash, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bam is alright. But now since Beal is out, I think we'll see some good, dude. I was gonna say because I already told you this. Wow, we need Chris Paul in this roster. I fucking sincerely hope he's like, you know what? Let's get a gold one more time. I see you guys are fucking dog water without a playmaker. I'll be that playmaker. But other than that, I think Zion for sure.
I would be lit, bro.
Zion, I would watch every single game Zion's playing.
But the thing is, I'm not too sure how serious his injury is because at the end of the season he had an injury, so
yeah,
he missed the rest of the season. So I don't know how serious the injury is, and I don't know if you want to risk, getting injured in the off season. So not too sure about that.
Yeah.
There's also one more player that we need to mention. Hopefully, because he committed, James Harden. He committed to play. I would love to have Harden on the team, but it looks like he's messing around with Lil Baby in Paris. So
yeah, with some weed shit.
Messing around with Lil Baby. So we'll see.
We still don't have Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday either, but
yeah, Drew Holiday would give us some fucking defense.
Yeah, but oh man, dude, I'm so sad. Beal was actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
But all right, I think we're good then, right?
Yep.
Are we chilling? All right. Saturday is game time. All right. Now I feel like whoever wins that game is gonna take the chip, bro. I really want the Suns to win that game, bro.
Me too.
Like, dude, I'm setting.
My bets are already done for Suns in less than 5. So I just need the Bucks to take one more game. But if the Bucks win it all, then I'm have to pay for family lunch or brunch or whatever. That's gonna.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. I'm still rooting for Suns. So Suns either 6 or 7, man. I don't care. If Suns win, bro, I'm happy to pay for your oysters, dude. 5 oysters, right? Was it 5 oysters?
I haven't even told Jimmy about it, bro. I'm waiting for his reaction.
All right, but yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
I'll catch you on the next podcast, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. All right, peace.